A Utah powerhouse, 17-time state champion, but the gym in Rich has room for an 18th banner.
Dug up by the Eagles. Lyman sets it up for Hansen. Blocked. Touched over. They're going to call it a double hit.
A school with a long tradition and legacy. A tradition and legacy of excellence, success, and, of course, championships.
Walker with the service. Stacy receives. Good pass. Cornea doesn't have to move. Wallenstein's hit. Deflected to the floor. It dropped into the donut hole. Bryce Hansen.
Rebel Volleyball is brought to you by Evanston Regional Hospital, Hoover Chiropractic, Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley, the Come On in Casper, Plains Tire, the Best Western Dunbar Inn and Legal Tender, Freeway Tire, Auto Farm Chevrolet, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau.
A quick back set to Staple. Back corner. Kendall finds the spot.
This is Rich Rebel Volleyball. Rebel fans, get comfortable, strap it down, and enjoy another broadcast of Rich Volleyball. We head down to the court to join the voice of the Rich Rebels, Matthew Peterson.
Good evening, Rebel fans, and welcome to Rich Eye for tonight's matchup between your Rich Rebels and the Manila Mustangs. We're going to get going in about 30 minutes-ish, give or take a little bit for the first serve. We had a bit of delay in the JV matchup leading up to the varsity matchup, but it is senior night here, so it's going to be all things senior. We're going to honor the 3 seniors on the court and the other seniors around the supporting cast that make this entire production so enjoyable. I'm Matthew Peterson. Happy you're along with me here tonight as the 10-4 Rebels will look to add another win before they go to Richfield. We're going to get into our scene set and break that down a little more, but for now we're in our pregame show brought to you by the town of Randolph, home of the Rich Rebels. Good luck from the Mayor Lynn Weston, board members, and town clerk. They wish you good luck. We'll step aside momentarily, and when we return, we'll have our scene set and a lot more going on in the pregame show, so don't go anywhere. Rebel Volleyball against the Manila Mustangs is coming on real shortly.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Welcome back into our Town of Randolph pregame show. That's a little loud there. All right, we got our scene set coming on. Let's learn a little bit about the two sides before we have our first serve. So as for the Rebels, they're going to enter with that 10-4 record like we talked about. They are coming off a 3-2 win on the road last Friday against North Summit. A come-from-behind win. What an exciting one it was. They are first in the RPI standings for 1A Utah Volleyball. As for the Manila Mustangs, the bad guys here, they are 5-9 this season. Not what they want to be at this point, but it's been a kind of a rebuilding year for Manila. They are coming off a 3-0 win over Mount Vernon, and they are 13th in RPI, so quite a difference between the two sides. And we talk about what they were able to do the last time they were on the court. So last week, though, like I mentioned, Rich erased that 2-set deficit to beat North Summit. A really exciting win that Coach Lamborn will talk about in our Stacy's Repair Coaches show. As for the last time they met, though, they defeated, the Rebels did, Manila 3-0. It was on a Saturday a few weeks ago. And if memory serves me, Rich never allowed more than 10 points in the 3 sets. It was pretty dominating on all ends of the court. So Rich looking to continue that tonight at home. And it's senior night. It's also the finale for the home season campaign. This season has gone by very quickly. It's hard to believe we're already at this stage, but The Rebels are getting ready for playoff volleyball, and that's what we've been preparing for over the last month and change. All right, we got through our scene set here on the Town of Randolph pregame show. We've got more going on, so don't go anywhere. Rebels and Mustangs will get going in about 15-20 minutes, so keep it right here on Rebel Radio, 98.3 FM, K80Q, and mylocalradio.com.
Whatever takes you to Evanston, whether it's high school sports, a teaching conference, music festivals, speech and debate, or your job, always book your hotel reservations at the Best Western Dunmar Inn. With 165 ground-level rooms on 10 acres, the Best Western offers everything you need, including newly renovated rooms, a business office, workout room, outdoor pool, and full-service restaurant, plus complimentary breakfast with every stay. Whenever you're in Evanston, make your hotel reservations with your friends at the Best Western Dunmar Inn.
We take your fun very seriously. That's why we put so much emphasis on training and experience with our mechanics at Cash Honda Yamaha. Whether you're getting it ready for an upcoming season, putting it away for the winter, having routine maintenance, or have a mechanical problem, we want to make sure that when you're ready to have fun with it, it's ready for you. Don't trust your fun to just anyone. Make sure you bring all your service work to Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley.
My name is Dr. Micah Pullins. I'm an orthopedic surgeon at Evanston Regional Hospital. Orthopedic surgery is the practice of medicine centered around bones and joints. It's all about movement and activity and getting that to be less painful. Watching a patient with a specific problem, whether that's pain or decreased range of motion, and being able to treat them, by far the best part of my job.
The best place to stay when you're in Casper, Wyoming is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. This beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, 1 pool, a fitness center, and fabulous indoor atrium. Offering jacuzzi and fireplace suites, the guest rooms are comfortable and relaxing. Plus, every stay includes a delicious extended continental breakfast. Whenever you're in Casper, stay at the best place. Come On In Hotel and Suites. Come on in today. Come On In Hotel and Suites, Casper.
You rely on your vehicle every day. Make sure your ride gets the best service, repairs, and maintenance possible. Stacy's Repair in Woodruff provides the highest quality, the latest technology, and the newest equipment to give your vehicle the absolute best auto care available. Family owned and operated since 1992, your friends at Stacy's Repair promise to always deliver value and outstanding, honest, and knowledgeable service, regardless of repair size or difficulty. Stacy's Repair, the ones who truly care.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics on mylocalradio.com is brought to you by these Rebel Sports boosters. The Wilson Ranch in Randolph. Good luck, Rebels, from Dale, Kim, Kyler, and Casey. Remember, the harder you work, the more good luck you'll have. And by Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply, a custom shop specializing in leather and wood goods, with a farm feed and supply store to boot. Proudly supporting the Rich Rebels. The Argyle Ranch Saddle and Boot, Feed and Supply Store.
Welcome back into our Town of Randolph pregame show. I'm Matthew Peterson. Happy you're along with us here for the Rebels matchup against the Manila Mustangs as the ball comes flying at me here. Okay, so let's talk about senior night. That's what we got going on here. We've got 3 seniors on the court we want to highlight before we get into our Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. J.C. Cornea, daughter of Van and Jamie Cornea. McKenna Stacy, daughter of Todd and Robin Stacy. Sage Tingy, daughter of Ty and Aaron Tingy. And then the team manager, Canyon Pace, son of Colin and Shay Pace. And we've got a lot more people just off, not only on the court, though. We got some cheerleaders we want to highlight as well. Abrielle Maldonado, daughter of Antonio and Maria Bella Maldonado. Haley Nye, daughter of Steve and Carrie Willis. Kate Franson, daughter of Marilee Franson and Kylie Franson. And Kylie Franson, I beg your pardon. Kyla Franson. I got a lot of names being thrown at me here. I apologize if I get any of them wrong. Tiana Chandler, and Tina and Jason Chandler. And those are our senior cheerleaders. We have our Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. We're going to get to that right after this here on the Town of Randolph pregame show.
This presentation of Rich High School Athletics is also brought to you in part by Freeway Tire. With a friendly and knowledgeable staff, quick and dependable service, and great prices come together. Call Freeway Tire at 307-789-8632. And by Hoover Chiropractic. Dr. Todd Hoover does all of the chiropractic work you need, as well as blood work, dietary supplements, a weight loss program, x-rays, and can help you get rid of migraines and allergies. Call Hoover Chiropractic at 307-789-0043.
Welcome into the Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. I'm with Manila Mustangs head coach Camille Browning. Coach, thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. It's the second time the Rebels and the Mustangs are meeting this year. What's been the improvement, or what's the team been like since the first time?
We have our same small numbers. Today I only have 7 girls with me for JV and varsity. One thing is these girls, they are improving. We've had kind of a tough season. JV teams we seem to be able to compete with, and then varsity we have snuck in a few wins, but they are getting better every weekend, and so we're just trying to keep our heads up and get better as a team so that we can in the future be a stronger team.
Coach Browning, this year seems to be more like a building year, looking forward to the next couple seasons. What kind of small takeaways and small victories do you look for from a coaching perspective?
Just anytime these kids can get better, it's a victory. It's been actually pretty fun. One quick little story, we were playing ICS and they were hitting lights out, and my little setter that's about 5'2" started jumping up and down because she got her pinky on a hit. And I thought, well, for her, that's a victory. But the one thing about these girls is they don't quit. We're not a hard-hitting team, but they don't let the ball hit the ground, and they keep their heads up, and they just keep trying. And so that's been actually a lot of fun because I was worried about how I would keep their heads up. It's hard to lose a lot of games.
Coach Browning, one last question. You two opponents here between the Rebels and the Mustangs, it's a common opponent, and often face off against each other. So what's it like when the girls come up here to Rich?
It's tough. Yeah, JV I think we'll do okay. Varsity's going to be tough. But one thing we got going for us is I've got 8 eighth graders that played really tough last weekend against Rich. I don't think Rich had their whole team there, but we did win. And so once we combine my 8th graders and my freshmen that I've got, I think down the road, I think we'll have a competitive team. This is just one of those building years. But I also want the girls on my team this year to have a fair shot to get better every weekend rather than just chalk it up for this is going to be a tough year. And they have. Every weekend I see something that I haven't seen before. So I'm proud of our little team.
Coach Browning, as always, thank you for the time.
All right, thank you.
That's our Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. We'll have head coach Wendy Lamborn right on after this.
2 roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when 2 roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less travel. Plains Tire, 157 Bear River Drive, Evanston.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
Randolph, Utah is a town of extremes. At an elevation of almost 6,300 feet and with temperatures over 90 in the summer and often 40 below in the winter, the folks who call Randolph home have to be a hardy crew. Maybe that's one reason the simple things in life mean so much to Rich County. Residents value hard work, education, respect, a love for God, family, and country, and being a good neighbor. Mayor Lynn Weston and the town board proudly support the Rich Rebels and hope you'll be able to visit soon and come back often.
Welcome back into the Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. I'm here with Rebels head coach Wendy Lamborn. Coach, let's talk a little bit about last week. You guys were able to pick up a pair of wins, one of them easier than the other, but that North Summit win, you guys went on the road, came from behind. What was that like for the team, and what was that like to get a signature win like that right before the playoffs?
You know, we needed that win from North Summit. I told the girls before we went that it was possible, that we could definitely do it, and I think they doubted me for a minute, and then all of a sudden they just took hold, and we just went to town, and it was just really fun. They had a great time together, and it was a great win for us.
Coach, let's put the spotlight on the seniors as it is senior night tonight. 3 seniors, Cornea, Stacy, and Tingy. What have they been to the program and the contribution they've made to the rich volleyball history over the last 4 years?
You know, they're all great, and they're competitive seniors. They're leaders. All the girls look up to them, and it's been fun to have them. They're definitely going to be missed. JC's been an outstanding setter for us. McKenna's swinging hard on the outside for us, and Sage is playing opposite for us really well. And you know, I need all 3 of them. They all start for me, and they're great.
Coach, do you have any memories of the 3 of them kind of coming up the ranks, and what sticks out to you from improvement from day 1 to today?
They've definitely improved. We've had some rough roads with some and some not so with others, but they're just a fun group. They've just been a fun group. I've been with them the whole time they've been in high school, and so it's fun to finally see them complete their volleyball season and move on in life, but they're great.
Coach, I'm sure you and the whole team is looking to add a state championship in their final year here, but next year, away from the court, what are you going to miss most about these girls? Whether it's in the locker room, on the bus ride, what do they bring besides kills, serves, and everything in between?
You know, they're really competitive, and that's really fun. They compete hard at practice. And, you know, I have great juniors. So, I mean, we got some that are going to fill some shoes and stuff. But you always miss your seniors, and they always hold a special place in your heart while you bring them up like little babies and then graduate them. But they're great.
Coach, final question here on the Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. I'm with Rebels head coach Wendy Lamborn. Big tournament this weekend. You girls head south to Richfield, take on a couple of opponents, a couple of them above you in 1A. So what's that like when you guys go up against a variety of teams in such a short time span?
You know, Richfield's a great tournament. You know, win or lose. I do obviously go down there to want to win, but just the competition that we run into is outstanding. Playing on in the Severe Center is fun. It's very good for us to play up. You don't have any games much after, you know, nobody does for 2 weeks before state. That's hard. So to be able to finish really strong with some really tough games is really good for us.
Coach, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
That's head coach Wendy Lamborn here on the Stacy's Repair Coaches Show. We're getting close to first serve between the Rich Rebels and the Manila Mustangs.
2 roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when 2 roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less travel. Plains Tire, 157 Fair River Drive, Evanston.
Folks have many reasons to visit Casper, Wyoming every year, whether it's work, high school sports and activities, a romantic getaway, or business meetings. The best place to stay when you're in Casper is the Come On In Hotel and Suites. A beautiful log hotel offers 5 hot tubs, a pool, fitness center, and a fabulous indoor atrium. You can also reserve meeting rooms for your next event, and each stay includes an extended continental breakfast. Reserve your rooms today at the Come On In Hotel and Suites in Casper, Wyoming. Call 307-472-6300.
Early Oregon-bound immigrants traveled through the Bear Lake Valley. U.S. Highway 30 basically follows the Oregon Trail. Many wagon trains stopped at Thomas L. Pegleg Smith Trading Post, located near Dingle, Idaho, for supplies. One traveler wrote of camping along Cotton Line Bear River, watching grass as tall as a man wave in the wind. Today, you don't have to ride in a wagon to visit Bear Lake Valley, but the rich history is still here to enjoy. Visit bearlake.org for more information.
We are celebrating our seniors here as McKenna Stacy joins fellow senior J.C. Cornea. Sage Tingy up next, daughter of Ty and Aaron Tingy. You see J.C. Cornea with Van and Jamie Cornea. Then it's the manager, Canyon Pace, with Colin and Shay Pace, his parents. Now it's time for the cheerleaders. We see the Chandler family make their way up there. Tiana Chandler with Tina and Jason Chandler. Kate Franson, daughter of Marilee Franson and Kyle Franson. Abril Maldonado, daughter of Antonio and Marabella Maldonado. And then last but not least, it's Haley Nye, daughter of Steve and Carrie Willis. Huge, huge thank you to the seniors out there right now for all the hard work they have put in, all the hours and preparation going into senior night. So thrilled and happy for them and for their family and everyone that supported them along this way to make this moment possible, especially in a year like this year. So we'll let the moment breathe and enjoy the seniors. As cheer head coach Shay Pace hands out some flyers to the players, cheerleaders, and the manager. And a round of applause for all the seniors. Big congrats to them, and now it is time for some Rebel volleyball. As we get ready. We're having a quick moment here from McKenna Stacy. She's speaking to the crowd. And we've got Christmas a little early right now as the players give the coaches a gift. We'll keep it right here for this as it appears to be a very special moment. As 3 volleyball seniors arranged for a gift, and the manager, Canyon Pace, for Coach Lamborn and for Coach Weston. And now it's time for our Lutz Construction starting lineups.
First for the Manila Mustangs, number 1, Izzy Roundry.
Izzy Roundry is the first starter for the Manila Mustangs. She's a freshman, number 1. Then it's Cannell Browning, daughter of Coach Browning, a senior. Number 8, Kane Bambraw. Abby Schofield, the 3rd freshman to be in the starting lineup. Andrea Lucio, the lone junior. Check that. She's joined by number 22, Cheyenne Brown, another junior. So 1 senior, 2 juniors, and a couple freshmen. And now let's get into our Lutz Construction starting lineup for the Rebels. McKenna Stacy, as always. Then fellow senior Sage Tingy out there. We have a bit of a pause here. I think Coach Lamborn actually has a change for the starting lineups. Yep, I don't know. All right, rewind it. So no McKenna Stacy, no Sage Tingy yet. They're going to be playing, of course, but so Dixie Huffaker is one of your official starters tonight. Oh, it's the non-starters, as my cameraman tells me. Darlene Peterson next.
Number 12, Andrea Lutz.
Ambria Lutz, we've seen her a couple times this season, and I think we'll see her tonight as well. Cassidy Grohl, the libero.
Number 24, Ellie Argyle.
Ellie Argyle up next. And then Hatch, number 33. And now I think we're going to get our starters. Our Lutz Construction starting lineups.
Now we're going to do the starting lineups.
Here we go.
A little bit like Groundhog Day it is, so here it is. Our starting lineups. Number 2, McKenna Stacy.
Yep, McKenna Stacy up next. And after McKenna.
Number 3, Sage Tingy.
Then there's Sage Tingy. Sage Tingy joined and McKenna by their fathers. We got some parent trap action going on in the handshake. Then there is Taylor McKee. And you got to love this. Handshakes and hugs for the girls and their dads. Here's Brittany Lamborn up next. And Lamborn doing her handshake with her mom, head coach Wendy Lamborn.
Number 32, J.C. Cornea.
Now here comes J.C. Cornea, the team setter. Cornea displaying her handshake abilities, as all girls have done. All starters have here on senior night. And then there's Mackenzie Smith. Here's her handshake partner. I wonder how much preparation has gone into this. A lot of practice. And now we're going to play volleyball. Here we go. So Rebel Volleyball about to get underway here from Rich High between the Rebels and the Manila Mustangs. We'll make sure our scoreboard is up and running. Indeed it is, and we are ready for some volleyball. We're going to have a 2-minute recess here, and let me tell you about what's going on ahead, though, while we do this. A bit of a preview for our roundup calendar. So the Rebels are going to be on the road this weekend. They got a big tournament down in Central Utah in Richfield. So first game is going to be tomorrow at 2 p.m. It's going to be against Panguitch. Yep, the arch nemesis Panguitch. That's who the Rebels face first in the tournament. Then the Rebels are going to have a bit of a break. They get going for their second game at 5 p.m. against Grantsville. The Cowboys. That's at 5 o'clock, and that wraps up Friday's matches. And then on Saturday, bright and early, get your coffee going, get the eggs and bacon cooking. 8 a.m. start on Saturday for the Rebels and the North Sevier Wolves. That's at 8 a.m. on Saturday, and then we get a bit of a break, and 11 o'clock is the next matchup between Rich and Enterprise. So a bit of a makeup for that football game. I think we'll call that the result of the football game. That sounds fair to me. So Rich and Enterprise at 11, and then the playoffs is just a one match based on the seeding of the tournament. So the 1 seed will play the 2 seed, 3 versus 4, and so on and so on. So that's how the playoffs will work for that Richfield tournament. We'll have all the action here on mylocalradio.com and KADQ 98.3. So be sure to tune in. You don't have to travel all that way to watch Rebel Volleyball. Let me do the driving and the talking, and you sit back at home, relax, and enjoy. We're about ready, though, for Rebels and Mustangs here from Rich High on senior night, the final home match for the Rebels, as they will be very, very likely to pick up a first-round bye in the playoffs, and that will send them right into the two-day tournament. It's at Union High School this year, but that's a little bit of ways away. We'll keep to the regular season for now. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. So the JV team won 3-0, and the varsity team looks to keep that hot hand going. Rebels and Mustangs met up a few weeks ago, and Rich was able to pull out 3 straight wins on the road against Manila. So we are awaiting the whistle, and then we'll get going here from Rich High. Rebels are 10-4 on the season, looking to pick up 3 straight wins. Make that 4 straight wins, actually. It's been a hot streak here as the Rebels had a successful week last week against North Summit. All right, and now we get the wave, and now we're ready for volleyball. We've had a lot of building up to this moment. I hate to keep everyone strung along here, but we should be good to go now. Rebels and Mustangs here in some 1A Utah volleyball action. We'll begin our first set. It's always brought to you by Auto Farm Chevrolet. The Auto Farm Chevrolet is the card choice for all of Rich County. And our beginning serve is brought to you by Town & Country Realty, selling in Bear Lake in Utah. Selling Bear Lake in Utah and Idaho. Contact Pam Cornea. She's the one you want to call. 435-779-0012. Talk to Pam Cornea for all of your Town & Country Realty needs. And we're about to get going for our beginning serve, as it will be the Mustangs to open things up here on a Thursday night in Northeast Utah, October the 8th. And here we go. Back to serve for Manila is going to be Izzy Roundry, a freshman. A rainbow serve goes to Stacy. There's Corney is setting up for Lambo, who swings hard. It goes off Roundry, tracked down, and then the Manila cannot get over, but it goes out of play for a Rebels point. So Rich grabs the first point of the first set. They're up 1-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Brittany Lamborn to serve. Her serve is a low serve. It sends a Mustang flying. That's Andrea Lucio. Hits it out of play for a Crawford Trough service ace, and the Rebels are up 2-0. Lamborn back to serve again, the junior. Throws, hits, line drive, goes to Lucio. She hits a sky high. Then Brown knocks it over. And a comprehensive family dental dig by the Rebels. Stacy swings hard, goes to Lucio. It goes into the ceiling. A couple Mustangs collide. Somehow the ball gets over. There's Cornea waiting for it. She bats it across. And on the third hit, the Mustangs do the same. A diving effort by Smith gets the ball across. And now the Mustangs on the far side setting up. Hits into a Rebel block. It's going to be a point for the Rich Rebels as Sage Tingy was in on the Epic Recreation block. And it's 3-0 Rebels. Junior Lamborn throws and serves to restart the match. Goes down the near sideline. Cheyenne Brown sets it up for her teammate, and that's going to be a kill for Kate Bambra, a freshman, to give Manila their first point of our Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. 3-1 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. Bambra now serves, goes to McKee. Cornea sets in the middle for Stacy off her back leg, hits deep in the middle. Brown tracks it down, and the Mustangs get it over on the third hit. There's Cornea setting up for Stacy on the near side. Hits hard, but too low into the net. A point for Manila. They trail 3-2 now. Bambra, a freshman, will serve again for the Mustangs. A service goes deep down the middle to Smith. Cornea sets up. Tingy hits hard. It's going to be a kill for Sage Tingy as her hit goes off Lucia's arms and out of play. 4-2 Rebels. Dixie Hufferker checking in for Mackenzie Smith. Sage Tingy serves for the Rebels deep down the middle. It's received by Izzy Roundry. The Mustangs play it near the front of the net. They knock it across. McKee gets a hand to it. A diving effort by McKenna Stacy keeps it alive, and the Rebels knock it over. Here come the Mustangs on the far side. Hitting is Browning, and she hits into the net for a Rebels point. It's now 5-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard in favor of Rich. Senior Sage Tingy set to serve once again. A throw, and it goes into the netting. Tingy upset with herself, a little uncharacteristic of her, and it gives Manila the point. It's 5-3 Rich. Back to serve is Cheyenne Brown, a junior for Manila. Run, jump, hit goes deep to McKee. Cornea sets on the far side. Stacy smashes, and she gets a kill. Donut hole, the defense, is exposed by McKenna Stacy, and it's now 6-3 Rebels. Rich up 3 on the station on main scoreboard early in our Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Here's the service from Cornea, trickles over the net, and she picks up a lucky Crawford Trough service ace. It's now 7-3 Rich. 7-3 Rebels, and J.C. Corney, a senior on senior night, serves to be restarted, and back-to-back aces for the senior. It's 8-3 after her serve goes off the hands and into the netting of Kate Bambraw. Cornea serves for Rich, goes to Brown, sets up for Hufferker, pushes it back across. There's Browning hitting it deep to Lamborn. Cornea sets for the Rebels. Stacy hits, and she gets another kill. McKenna Stacy right in her groove. It's now 9-3 Rich. They lead by 6 on the station on main scoreboard. Here's Cornea to continue to serve. Gets across the net to Bambraw, and it sends Lucia flying, and then Browning just somehow knocks it across. The Rebels return it right back, and Browning has it set up, but too close to the net. It goes to the net, so the Rebels take the point. 10-3, Rich up by 7. Cornea set to serve on the far side for the Rebels. Her service goes deep down the middle to Bambraw. Lucio setting it, sets across, and the Rebels get the point as she had a footstep over the line. So Rich on a run right now. It's 11-3. Cornea continuing to keep her serving going. Mustangs hit it across on the third hit. Goes to Lamborn. Cornea passes, and Stacy knocks it over. Here come the Mustangs. Browning hits up on the far side. Goes right to Stacy, though. She plays it near the net. Now Cornea sets for Hufferker. She hits hard, and she gets a kill. Dixie Hufferker picks up her first kill of the match. It's 12-3 Rebels on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels on a 7-point run, all by J.C. Cornea serving, and I jinxed it. She hits it into the net, so the run comes to an end, but the Rebels have a comfortable lead on the station on main scoreboard. It's 12-4 Rich. Back to serve is Browning for Manila. Stacy greets it down low at her knees, and then a dump set by Hufferker sends a couple Mustangs flying. It was last touch by Brown, a point for Rich. 13-4 Rebels. On senior night, the seniors are showing out right now, and now here is a senior, McKenna Stacy, to serve. Run, jump, hit, barely gets across the net. A really strong serve. Brown got a fingertip to it, but a Crawford Trough service ace. And the Rebels up by 10 now. They keep pushing their lead on the station on main scoreboard. Another strong serve and another ace for McKenna Stacy. Went off Brown. Rebels up 15-4. Here is Stacy to serve. Run, jump, hit. This one a little high and too high. Hit it too hard and goes out of play for a Manila point. It's 15-5. Rebels lead by 10 on the station on main scoreboard. Service now by Abby Schofield, a freshman. Goes to Stacy. Cornea sets for Lamborn. She swings, and it falls in for a Rebel point. 16-5, Rich. They lead by 11. We have a substitution. Mackenzie Smith checking in for Dixie Hufferker. Hufferker had a kill, and Smith comes in for her serving expertise. 16-5, Rebels with the lead, and they've served. Smith goes to Cheyenne Brown in the far corner. Lucio passes to Bambraw on the front line. Then it's met by Cornea. McKee sets, Lamborn hits, and she gets a kill. Brittany Lamborn with a couple straight kills give the Rebels a 17-5 advantage on the station on main scoreboard here in the Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Smith back to serve for the Rebels, up by 12. Low serve goes to Brown. She's able to handle this one. Then goes to Lucio, and Browning knocks it across on the third hit behind the 10-foot line. Rebels immediately return it, and then Lamborn taps it back in, and it's a point for the Rebels, 18-5 Rich. Here's Smith to serve once again. Low serve somehow gets across, and a Crawford Trough service ace for Mackenzie Smith. And Rich continues to build on their lead. It's now 19-5. Smith serves, and another ace, 2 in a row for Smith. Goes off the arms of Abby Schofield, and it's a 15-point advantage for the Rebels, 20-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Smith serves, goes to Schofield. She can handle this one. Lucille on the third hit knocks it across. On the far side, it's Cornea setting it for McKee in the middle, or for Tingy in the middle. There's Bambraw for the Mustangs, knocking it over. Cornea greets it. Then McKee sets. Lamborn swings. Partially tipped, hits the floor, and a point for the Rebels. They are up 21-5 on the Station on Main scoreboard in our Auto Farm Chevrolet first set. Back to serve is Cornea. I checked that is Smith. Smith serves. A low serve, and Schofield knocks it into the net. Another ace for Smith, and the Rebels are 3 points away from claiming the first set. They lead 22-5. Service by Smith goes to Schofield. She passes to Browning, and then Lucio knocks it over. Stacy sets. Corney's at the net to greet it, and then Lamborn swings, and a kill by Brittany Lamborn, the junior, gives the Rebels the 23rd point of the first set. They're up 23-5. It's quite the advantage, 18 to be exact. Here's Smith to serve. Her side 2 points away from winning the first set. Good serve by Smith. Gets across, though, on the return, and now Cornea sets for the Rebels. Tingy in the middle, hits into a wall, but doesn't get across, or gets across, I mean. Then Bambraw knocks it over, and now Tingy, McKee setting up for Lamborn. Lamborn swings and gets another kill. She's on fire in this first set. We'll have those stats for you in a moment, but she's up to 6 kills. 24-5, set point for the Rebels in the first set. Smith back to serve. Low serve, and it's going to be a service ace. Yes, it will. It goes off Browning. It goes into the net. And the Rebels handle the Mustangs with ease in the first set. They lead 1-0 on our Station on Main scoreboard. We will step aside, and when we return, we'll have our second set of Rich Rebel Volleyball. Rebels win the first set 25-5.
America keeps moving, and Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to help you keep rolling. Whether you need a brand new vehicle or service on one you already own, Auto Farm Chevrolet is here to lend a helping hand. Our certified mechanics are knowledgeable, and our sales team takes the time to get to know you and what your needs are. Stop in today, Auto Farm Chevrolet, 624 Front Street, Evanston. Evanston's community-driven dealer.
You're invited to come in and visit with the team at Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley today. Our customers are our friends. If you haven't ever been in, stop in today. We'd love to get to know you. If you haven't been in for a while, stop in and let's get caught up. And if you were here yesterday, come back again soon. You always have an open invitation to visit the crew at Cache Honda Yamaha, where our customers are our friends, on US 91 between Logan and Smithfield.
Super kids deserve super care. Experience the difference with board-certified pediatricians Alan Brown, MD, and Bird Gilmartin, MD, at Uinta Medical Group. Whether it's tracking your child's overall health at Well Child Checks or helping your little ones feel better when they're sick, Dr. Brown and Dr. Gilmartin are here to help your child grow, learn, and thrive. Schedule an appointment with Dr. Brown or Dr. Gilmartin by calling 307-789-WELL 9355 or visit evanstonanytime.com.
Two roads diverged in a wood, and I had just purchased new tires at Plains Tire in Evanston. The trained tire technicians at Plains Tire expertly mounted, balanced, and aligned my new tires, so I was feeling good. While I was there, they changed my oil, checked my brakes, fixed my AC, and made sure my shocks were in tip-top shape. And with their lifetime alignment checks and tire rotations, I was ready to roll. So, thanks to Plains Tire, when two roads diverged in a wood, I took the one less travel. Plains Tire, 157 Fair River Drive, Evanston.
Welcome into the second set of action. We'll restart our score as Brittany Lamborn quickly picks up the first point of the second set. And the Rebels are out to a 1-0 lead already. Lamborn back to serve. She led the side with 6 kills in that first set. As she serves here right down the middle to Bambraw. Goes to Brown, and then a couple of Mustangs collide, and 4 hits give the Rebels a second point. They're up 2-0 on the Station on Main scoreboard. They lead 1-0, and a T7 propane timeout is called. We'll take a timeout of our own. Rebels up 2-0 in the second set.
When you enter the city limits of the town of Woodruff, the sign welcomes you to a place with the coldest temps and the warmest hearts. Settled in 1870, we celebrate the values of kindness, compassion, and friendliness, knowing a community's greatness may best be measured by the compassionate actions of its members. Mayor Scott Sabian, council members Millie Bradshaw, Raymond Franson, Kent Stewart, and Jason Peterson, with Secretary Lisa Bell, welcome you and say,
we're back in action as Lamborn serves and got across. Now the Rebels are loading up. Lutz in the game here for the Rebels as she knocks it over. Smith there at the receiving end. Cornea sets up for Stacy, who hits hard, trickles over the net, but the Mustangs can play with it. Bambraw will pass it over, and then there's Tingy passing up near the net for a Stacy hit, and wow, what a hard hit that was. A kill by McKenna Stacy, and the Rebels are up 3-0 in the second set. They lead 1-0. Rich had 9 aces in that first set. Here's Wendy Lamborn to continue to serve. Trickles over the net, a dying Mustang, and somehow they get it across. Now Cornea passing up in the middle, and it's going to be Lutz hitting with the one hand. It goes over. Roundry hits it across. Cornea bats it up in the air. Then Cornea passes for Stacy, and that's going to be a kill for McKenna Stacy. It's 4-0 Rebels in the second set. On the Station on Main scoreboard, Brittany Lamborn, a junior, back to serve. Lamborn, a good serve, and it's a service ace for Brittany Lamborn. Diving to greet the ball, but unable to, was Andrea Lucio, and the Rebels have a 5-0 advantage in the second set. Lamborn to continue to serve, and another tough receive by Manila. It gives the point to the Rebels off the arms of Schofield and out of play. 6-0 Rich on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rebels won the first set 25-5. Here's Lamborn, trickles over the net. The Mustangs batted up in the air, and on the third hit, it's Browning with one hand, going to Tingy. Cornea passes, Stacy hits, but into the net to give Manila their first point of the second set. It's now 6-1. 6-1 Rich. Here's Izzy Roundry, a freshman, set to serve for Manila. Serve goes down the middle. Cornea sets after the pass. Stacy hits hard, and Lucio can handle it. A great response by her, and then she knocks it over, and it goes in. Rebels thought it would go out of play. A good play by Andrea Lucio, the junior. Rebels up by 4. It's 6-2 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Izzy Roundry. Her serve goes to Smith. Cornea sets. Stacy hits hard. Too hard, though. Goes out of play, and the Manila Mustangs take the point. It's 6-3 Rebels on the Station on Main scoreboard. Manila putting together 3 straight points. And by my memory serves, that's the first time they've done that all season against Rich. Roundry serves down the line. Goes to Stacy. Cornea sets up for Stacy. Hits too hard once again. She's frustrated with herself. It's 6-4 Rebels. Manila on a 4-0 run to cut into that 6-0 deficit they opened up the second set with. They do trail 1-0, though. Izzy, the freshman, serves. Stacy runs to get to it, and then Lamborn now takes a shot at it. Lucio passes sky high. On the far side, it's Browning hitting. Singy backpedals to get the ball, and then Stacy hits. This time it is inbound, but the Mustangs can keep it going. They hit it over on the third hit. A comprehensive family dental dig by McKenna Stacy sends Sage Tingy flying. She can't keep it alive, though, and the Mustangs have put up 5 straight points. They trail 6-5. 6-5 Manila behind as Roundry serves. Cornea is setting. Stacy hitting hard. Tickles off the net, and Manila on the third hit has Brown knock it over. There's Smith greeting the ball. Cornea sets up for Stacy. Another one off the net. This time it hits the floor for Rebels point, and the 5-0 run is over for Manila. Rebels push their lead back to 2. It's 7-5. Huffaker checks in for Smith. She'll go to the front net. And Lutz, Ambria Lutz, is back to serve. Lutz service goes to a block that goes out of play as Manila hit it into a wall built by Huffaker and Stacy, but it went out of play, so a point for the Mustangs. It's 7-6. Rich on top in our second set. Here's Kate Bambraw, a freshman. Service goes to Stacy across. Then Cornea passing it up for Hufferker, who hits hard, and she gets a kill. Found a hole in the defense. It's 8-6 Rich on the station on main scoreboard. Rebels lead 1-0. Back to serve is J.C. Cornea, a senior on senior night. Down the line goes to Lucio, and then Brown passes, and the Rebels have a hole in the defense, and it's exposed by Schofield. A point for Manila. A close second set right now. It's 8-7 Rich. 8-7, and service by Brown. Cornea passing, a dump set over, finds a hole, and heads up play by the senior J.C. Cornea gives the Rebels their 9th point of the second set. It's 9-7 on a kill for J.C. Cornea. Didn't require much power, though. Here's the service from Stacy right down the line. Brown hits a sky high, and then a Mustang knocks it over. Tingy passes, and knocking it over was Hufferker. Manila has it at their end. Browning hits hard, but too hard, goes out of play, and the Rebels take the point. They lead by 3. It's 10-7 on the station on main scoreboard. 10-7, Rich. Here's senior Stacy to serve. Strong serve, but too low, goes into the net. Manila picks up a point. It's 10-8 Rebels. After the service error. Here's Cannell Browning, the lone senior of the bunch, serving for Manila. Browning has a whistle blown and illegal. Oh, I think they want to call it illegal rotation on the Rebels. And Stacy is saying, I serve, so I think we're going to have a redo now. Scoreboard reads 11-9. I don't have it as that, but I don't keep official score. We'll go with that, though. Here's Cornea setting it up. On the far side, it's Tingy swinging, and she gets a hole in the defense to pick up a pick up a kill. 12-9 Rebels. Hufferker checks out. Smith back in to serve. 12-9 Rebels in the second set. They lead 1-0. Smith set to serve for Rich. Gets across. Goes to Browning. Passing it up was Brown, and then knocking it over to Lucio. Now Cornea setting up for Lambo on the near side. She swings, but too hard. Goes out of play. Point to Manila. 12-10. This second set much closer than the first set. Rebels have shot themselves in the foot a couple of times with some unforced errors. Here's Abby Schofield to serve for Manila, and it goes out of play. A point for the Rebels. Heads up play by Sage Tingy, lets it fall out of bounds, and Rich back up by 3. It's 13-10 as Sage Tingy grabs a seat, and TJ McKee comes in for the Rebels. McKee serves. Good serve by McKee. Goes to Browning. On the third hit, the Mustangs knock it over. Cornea setting in the middle. Lamborn hitting from the near side, and she gets a kill. A Bear Lake Realty kill. And the Rebels are up 14-10. 14-10 Rebels after a Bear Lake Realty kill. McKee serves again, and she'll get a service ace as it goes off of Brown's hand into the net. And the Rebels now have a more comfortable lead. It's 15-10 on the station on main scoreboard in the second set. McKee continues to serve. Another strong serve and another ace for Taylor McKee. Her side's up by 6. It's 16-10 Rich in the second set. 16-10 Rebels. McKee on a serving hot streak goes to Browning. Lucio sets up, and hitting it out of play was Roundry too deep, and the Rebels retain the point. It's 17-10 Rebels in the second set, and this is where they pull away now usually. McKee serves to the far corner. Brown's there. Lucio passing in the middle for Roundry. Goes to Stacy. Cornea is setting it up for Lamborn on the near side, and the Rebels are now on defense, except it goes right across, and now here's Cornea in the middle. It's going to set up for Lambo or Lutz in the middle, and Ambria Lutz picks up a Bear Lake Realty kill. Rebels lead 18-10. 18-10 Rich. McKee set to serve once again, the junior. Strong serve, goes to Brown in the far corner. Lucio passes over to Browning, gets across, Stacy handles it, and now Cornea passes for Lamborn. She hits too hard, goes out of play, and the point goes to Manila. They trail 18-11 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Rich up 1-0. Service from Lucio goes to McKee in the far corner. Here is Cornea setting, and poking it across was Wendy Lamborn. Not Wendy Lamborn. Brittany Lamborn. Wendy Lamborn's on the bench. It's 19-11 Rebels. And a short serve by Brittany Lamborn, as I get my Lamborn straightened out, gives Manila their 12th point of the second set. It's 19-12 Rebels ahead. Izzy Roundtree set to serve, a freshman, goes to Stacy. Cornea setting, and Lutz hitting hard. It goes up on the response by Manila, and the Mustangs knock it over. There's Lamborn deep down the middle to receive it, and now Stacy takes a pass, and heads up play by McKenna Stacy. She found a hole in the defense in the far corner, right by the net, giving the Rebels their 20th point. They lead 20-12. Here's Ambria Lutz to serve. Haven't seen much of her up until today, but she's having a lot of PT time right now. As the Rebels pick up a point after Andrea Lucio hits it into the net, and Rebels are 4 points away from claiming the second set. They lead 21-12 and 1-0. Lutz serves right down the middle. Strong serve. Manila pokes it across, and the Rebels somehow keep it alive after a comprehensive family dental dig. And now Manila on the third hit knocks it over, goes to Lamborn in the middle, Cornea on the far side, setting for Stacy, hitting hard and too hard for any Mustang to get a hand to. It's a point for the Rebels. They lead 22-12. Another Bear Lake Realty kill for McKenna Stacy. That's got to be her 7th. Rob Leifson, my statistician, tells me. Here's service from Lutz, goes down the line on the third hit from the 10-foot line. Manila knocks it over. Here's Cornea on the far side, setting for Huffaker in the middle, gets the help of the net. It trickles over, and the Rebels lead 23-12 now. They are pulling away with this one. 2 points away from winning the second set. Lutz, strong serve down the line, goes to Browning, has it set up for her. She hits and goes deflected out of play. A point for, nope, they'll say Browning went into the net, so Rich takes the point. It's 24-12. They're 1 point away from winning the set. Set point, service by Lutz, goes to Lucio. On the third hit, it's Browning hitting hard and too hard for Stacy. As that goes to Manila. They keep it alive for the time being. It's 24-13. Rebels have a comfortable lead on the Station on Main scoreboard. They lead 1-0 as well. Kate Bambrough, a soft serve, goes to Stacy. Cornea sets up in the middle. Stacy swings, and this time she gets a point and gives the Rebels the second set. Rich wins 25-13 to improve to 2-0 against Manila. And we'll step aside. We'll have our stats in a moment. But the Rebels win the second set 25-13 over the Manila Mustangs. They lead 2-0.
Whether you're kicking up dust in the hills, making waves down on the lake, or taking advantage of the world's greatest powder, don't just hope to have fun. Take that sled by the handlebars and make your time at Bear Lake epic. Epic Recreation rents equipment and cabins for your vacation fun at beautiful Bear Lake. From watercraft large and small to UTVs, sleds, and more, Epic Recreation has it all to go on-road, off-road, or out on the Caribbean blue water. Book your adventure at epicrecreation.net.
If the idea of owning your own home in beautiful Bear Lake sounds like more than your finances can handle, visit the experts at Bear Lake Realty to learn how you can make it happen. Gary and Amber McKee at Bear Lake Realty can show you how to buy a home and rent it out, so it pays for itself while you enjoy it some of the time as well. And soon, you'll have your own place in the Caribbean of the Rockies. No one knows the market better, and no one else serves you better than Bear Lake Realty.
As one of the region's most visited websites, MyLocalRadio.com is here to serve you. Catch up on local and regional news and information. Buy, sell, or trade your good used items on the radio classifieds. Check the weather forecast or catch our live coverage of your high school teams in action, all on MyLocalRadio.com. Like us on Facebook so you never miss a giveaway, and visit MyLocalRadio.com today to stream it all live.
Welcome back into our Rich County Government third set. The Rebels lead 2-0 over the Manila Mustangs here at Rich High. The Rebels won the second set 25-13. That's the best Manila has done against Rich all season long. Manila had 4 kills compared to their only 1 kill in the first set. As for the Rebels, though, 13 kills in the second set compared to 10 in the first set. McKenna Stacy has 8 and Brittany Lamborn has 8 of her own. The difference was only 5 aces for the Rebels in the second set compared to 9 in the first set. That gave Manila some breathing room. All right, here we go. We're ready for the third set here at Rich High between the Rebels and the Mustangs. We'll reset our score. Rebels up 2-0. And back to serve to restart the match is Izzy Roundry, a freshman for Mustangs. Her service, a little short, but greeted by Stacy. Lamborn sets up and hits. It goes off the net, and she picks up a Bear Lake Realty kill. It's 1-0 Rebels. They have won the first point of each set tonight. They have a 1-0 advantage on the station on main scoreboard, leading 2-0. Here's Brittany Lamborn to serve for the Rebels. Deep serve down the middle, immediately return, and the Rebels are now setting up for an attack. Sage Tingy swings hard. It goes out of play, though, barely kissing the line, giving Manila a point. And for the first time all night, compared to when it was 0-0, we have a tied score. It's 1-1. 1-1 as Manila serves across. Cornea sets up for Stacy, and Stacy retakes the lead. It's 2-1 Rebels now. 2-1 Rich. A substitution being made as Huffaker checks in for Smith. She goes to the net, her usual resting spot. Here is Sage Tingy, a senior on senior night, serves, poorly handled, and gets across but out of play by Manila, so the Rebels pick up a point. It's 3-1 on the station on main scoreboard. We had our Town & Country Realty beginning serve a moment ago, and now we've got a near error. Nope, okay. Here's round 2 for Tingy to serve. Good serve down the line, goes to Bambra. Brown passing on the far side for Browning, who hits into the net for the Rebel point. It's 4-1 Rich in the third set. They lead 2-0. Our third set always brought to you by the Rich County Government. Service by Tingy, goes to Bambra. In the middle is Brown hitting it, and then Manila knocks it across. There's Corney on the far side. Huffaker hits for the Rebels. Goes off of Lucio's arms, and Manila keeps it going. On the third hit, they pass it over. Goes deep to Lamborn. Corney is set. Stacy swings hard, but too hard, out of play. A point for Manila. 4-2 Rebels. They lead on the station on main scoreboard. They're also up 2-0. Cheyenne Brown back to serve for Manila. Run, jump, hit. A rainbow serve goes to McKee. Cornea sets. Stacy hits hard, and she gets the kill this time, a Bear Lake Realty kill. And now the Rebels have a 5-2 advantage. 5-2 Rebels. Smith to serve down the middle. Lucio passes, and on the third hit, the Brown Mustang knocks it across. And there's a hit from Huffaker, too deep though, giving the point to Manila. It's 5-3. 5-3 Rebels. Manila serving. Cannell Browning, the lone senior, serves. Good serve goes to Tingy. Cornea passes at the net. Huffaker hits off the arms of Brown, and they get Browning. They get it across. Now Cornea setting it up for Huffaker. She hits Browning there once again. Here's Brown now passing it over, and then the Mustangs knock it across. Cornea sets for the Rebels. Stacy swings hard. It gets a piece of Cheyenne Brown and a point for the Rebels on a Bear Lake Realty kill. 6-3 Rich. McKenna Stacy on senior night will serve now. Stacy run, jump, hit down the line, and it gets a piece of Cheyenne Brown, and a Crawford Trough service ace gives the Rebels a 4-point advantage. They lead 7-3. Rich also up 2-0 over Manila. Here's the service and a low serve by Stacy, and the Mustangs take the point. It's 7-4. 7-4 Rich. Back to serve for Manila is Abby Schofield, a freshman. Service down the middle to Lamborn. Cornea setting. Huffaker hitting, partially deflected, then hits the floor for a Rebel point and kill. 8-4 Rich. Smith checks out for, Smith checking in for Huffaker. Huffaker just got that last point off a kill. Here's Smith now to serve. Mackenzie Smith, the junior. She'll have to wait one more year for senior night, but what a vital piece she's been this year as her service cannot get across the net. Manila cutting into this Rebel lead. It's 8-5 Rich on the Station on Main scoreboard. Back to serve is Andrea Lucio. Her service goes to Smith. It goes to Stacy. And then a dump set by McKee pushes the ball across. Brown knocks it over for Manila. Cornea setting and poking it over was the lady in black, Sage Tingy, for a Rebel point. It's 9-5 Rich on the Station on Main scoreboard. 9-5 Rebels. Service by McKee, a strong serve. Goes to Bambraw. And Manila knocks it over in the third hit. Home team now setting it up for Lamborn, who gets a kill. Yes, it goes off of Browning into the ceiling, hits the floor, and the Rebels push their advantage to 5. It's 10-5 Rich on the Station on Main scoreboard. Service now for McKee. Barely gets across the net, skims the top of it, and Manila knocks it over on the third hit. Corney on the far side setting up for Lamborn, who hits into the net for a Rebel point. For a Manila point, I should say. 10-6, Rebels ahead. Rich leads 2-0. We're in our Rich County Government third set. Service by Roundtree goes over. Cornea setting. Lamborn hitting, and no one from Manila wanted to get that ball. Hits the floor, and the Rebels have pushed their lead back to 5. It's 11-6 in the third set. Rich leading 2-0. Here's Brittany Lamborn to serve. And another service ace for the Rebels. Brittany Lamborn doing the job this time. It's 12-6 Rich. Her 5th service ace, Rob Leifson tells me. Here's the service from Lamborn. Down the middle. Immediately responded and goes across to the Rebel end. Now Stacy hits hard. Goes to Lucio. She can handle it momentarily. On the third hit from the 10-foot line, Cheyenne Brown bats it across. Now here is Cornea setting up for Stacy. And McKenna Stacy just spending too much time in the weight room. Too strong, goes out of play. And the point goes to Manila. They're down 5. It's 12-7. 12-7, Rebels ahead in the third set, leading 2-0. Kate Bambraw to serve. Setting now is Cornea for the Rebels, and hitting is Stacy. Held up at the net momentarily, and then Manila gets it over. Heads up play by Cornea, bats it across, catching the Mustangs off guard, but they handle it. They get it across on their third hit. A comprehensive family dental dig by J.C. Cornea. The Rebels get it across on the third hit. We've got a rally going. Here's Cannell Browning punching it across and finding a piece of that inside corner for a point. 12-8, Rebels up by 4 after the Manila point. Once again, Manila showing a little more life than they did in the first set, where they lost 25-5. They're down by 4 as Bambraw serves and Cornea setting. Stacia hits hard, and now she'll silence the Mustangs with a Bear Lake Realty kill. It's 13-8, Rebels up by 5. Cornea welcomes Huffaker back on the court, and now we've got Sage Tingy to serve. Tingy serves right down the middle to Cannell Browning. Manila setting it up for Browning on the far side. She hits into an Epic Recreation block, and the Mustangs knock it over in the third hit. Cornea setting, and mistiming her jump was Huffaker, but she's able to corral the ball and knock it over. Browning hits, goes to McKee. Cornea sets. Stacy hits harder, and she finds a hole in the defense for a Rebel point. It's 14-8, Rich on the Station on Main scoreboard. They lead 2-0 in our Rich County Government third set. Back to serve is Tingy. Tingy serves right down the middle, except it goes into the net first, giving the point to Manila. They trail by 5. It's 14-9, Rebels ahead by 5. Service by Cheyenne Brown goes to McKee, Stacy hits hard, partially tipped, hits the floor, and the Rebels pick up a point. It's 15-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard now. We're waiting for our McKay Frankham Dental Services precision play of the game as Cornea serves down the line to Roundry in the far corner. A whistle is blown and a double hit is awarded to the Rebels, I should say, giving them their 16th point. It's 16-9. Service from Cornea goes to Brown on the near side. It goes across, and that's a patiently waiting McKenna Stacy pushing the ball to the floor, giving the Rebels their 17th point. It's 17-9, Rich on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's J.C. Cornea to serve. Cornea serves, goes to Bambraw deep in the middle. Brown passes it up, knocking it over with Schofield. Here's Cornea setting for the Rebels. Huffaker hits hard, and what a kill by Dixie Huffaker. That may be our precision play of the game. Power and accuracy barely finds the line, and the Rebels lead 18-9 now. Service from Cornea. It's a Crawford-Trough service ace. The Rebels are feeling themselves. They lead by 10, 19-9 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Here's Cornea to serve. Cross-court serve goes to Brown, and the Mustangs slip around a little bit. Rebels up 20-9 now. Cornea set to serve once again for the Rebels. Cross-court serve, nope, goes into the net. Service error by J.C. Cornea. Rebels lead comfortably, though. It's 20-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard, up 2-0 in our Rich County Government third set. Here's Cannell Browning from the middle. Service goes to Tingy, one senior to another. Stacy has it set up for her. She just sets it right back across. Here's a pass by Lamborn to Cornea, and it's Huffaker hitting the ball hard and picking up a kill after it's partially deflected and out of play by Manila. Rebels lead 21-10. They're up 11. They are 4 points away from sweeping Manila for the second time this season. Service by Stacy, somehow gets across. A good response by Brown keeps it alive, and then that's Abby Schofield poking it over. A couple of flying Rebels keep it going, and they knock it across. Here's Manila with it at their own 10-foot line. Schofield hits to the back line of Rich. Cornea is setting near the net. Huffaker mistiming her jump, but somehow gets it across. An athletic play by her, and Manila bats it back across. Now we have Cornea setting for the far side of McKee, who gets a hit, and it's going to be knocked off and returned by Manila. What a rally we have going. Lamborn hits hard, and that will end the rally. Goes off the arm of Cheyenne Brown. A deflected ball, and the Rebels lead 22-10 on the Station on Main scoreboard. McKenna Stacy back to serve for the Rebels. Service for McKenna. Right down the line goes to Cannell Browning. In the middle, a couple of Mustangs collide, and it goes into the net, and the Rebels are 2 points away from sweeping Manila 23-10. Here is Stacy to serve. Strong serve by Stacy, goes to Browning. And then it's Schofield batting it across in the middle. Cornea setting, Huffaker hitting. Too much power behind it, goes out of play. And the Rebels cough up the point. It's 23-11, Rich, on the Station on Main scoreboard. We'll have our post-game show brought to you by Mountain Valley Cattle Company on after the conclusion of this match. Cornea setting in the middle, and hitting is Lamborn. It goes to Schofield, and the Mustangs on the third hit knock it across. Here is Cornea setting, and once again it's Huffaker pushing it across. Roundry in the middle for Manila, knocks it over to Cornea. McKee sets on the far side. Lamborn hits hard, and she picks up a Bear Lake Realty kill. Rebels are now in set point territory. It's 24-11. Smith will check in for Huffaker to serve. Mackenzie Smith in, and she can end it with a service ace here. Smith on senior night serves, goes into the net. So we'll wait for that match point, another round. It's 24-12 on the Station on Main scoreboard. Didn't have a chance to do our Bear Lake Realty fan cam. This game went by very quickly as service goes across and McKee sets. Cornea hits, goes to Browning deep in the middle. Manila returns it. Corny is setting for the Rebels on the far side, and then McKee hits hard. It goes off an arm, and it hits the floor, and Taylor McKee ends it with a Bear Lake Realty kill. So there's our Bear Lake Realty plug. And the Rebels win 25-12 in the third set. They sweep the Manila Mustangs at home to close out their home season. What a way to end it. Rebels win 25-12 in the third set. We'll step aside. When we return, we've got our Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. A lot going on there. So keep it right here on Rebel Radio 98.3 FM, KADQ, and mylocalradio.com.
Success is no accident. It comes from constant hard work, perseverance, sacrifice, and learning from failure. Laketown Mayor Burdette Weston and council members Dallas Clark, Chris Hodges, Gary Ogilvie, and Delora White encourage the Rich High Rebels to continue to do whatever it takes to succeed in academics, activities, and athletics. The town council and citizens of Laketown celebrate the success of all the students and staff in the Rich School District.
Whether you need a big bite to eat, a tasty snack, or a sweet treat, the Crawford Trough in Randolph has it all to satisfy your cravings. From tasty burgers and wraps, patty melts and perfect pitas to fresh salads, home-cut fries, crispy onion rings, and of course, that silky smooth ice cream. The Crawford Trough can feed your hunger and then some. And if you haven't tried one of the Trough's mixed sodas, your taste buds don't know what they're missing. Stop in today at the place to eat and drink, the Crawford Trough at 120 South Main, Randolph.
Welcome into our Mound Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Thanks to Eddie and Todd Jensen out of Thatcher, Idaho. Let's get into our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap, where fresh and fast meat gourmet sandwiches, fresh and fast every time. Go visit them at 113 Front Street, Evanston. Always a great sandwich. So the Rebels, let's recap this one. Won the first set handily, 25-5. Then the second set was a little bit closer. Manila made it a little more interesting. The Rebels, however, prevailed and won 25-13. And a similar story in the third set. Rich got out to a lead. It was a little back and forth in the middle portions. Then the Rebels put it in cruise control and won 25-12. And that's our Jimmy John's Freaky Fast recap. And the stats are Rich had 40 kills compared to 6 for Manila. Stacy led all players with 15 kills, and Brittany Lamborn right on her tail with 13. 17 service aces led by Brittany Lamborn's 5. And those are our post-game highlights. Brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Count on us to care. We'll step aside and we'll have another break. And when we return, we'll have our roundup calendar brought to you by Western Ag Credit. Rebels beat the Mustangs 3-0.
Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997. If you're a person who enjoys comfort, affordability, and history, make sure you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn the next time you're in Evanston, Wyoming. In 1957, retired FBI agent Jack Dub Mills purchased the 17-unit motel referred to as the Oasis of the West that was frequented by stars like Dolly Parton and Tanya Tucker. Today, when you stay at the Best Western Dunmar Inn, you'll enjoy the history while you relax in one of the 165 ground-level rooms on 10 beautiful acres. Best Western Dunmar Inn. Reserve your rooms today, 307-789-3770. When it comes to farming and ranching, it makes good sense to work with a lender who understands finance and agriculture. Western Ag Credit is an independent cooperative owned by the farmers and ranchers who borrow from it. With competitive rates, your loan is tailored to match your business needs. Real estate, livestock, equipment, and operating expenses. When it comes to farming and ranching financing, Western Ag Credit in Evanston is your partner in agriculture. Success doesn't come by accident. Success requires hard work, perseverance, learning, sacrifice, and believing in yourself. Eddie and Todd Jensen established the Mound Valley Cattle Company in Thatcher, Idaho on these very principles. The students, staff, athletes, and coaches at Rich High School value these same fundamentals in education and activities, in athletics, and in life. Good luck, Rebels, from Mound Valley Cattle Company, serving customers in Utah, Idaho, and Wyoming since 1997.
Welcome back into our Mountain Valley Cattle Company post-game show. Rebels take down the Manila Mustangs 3-0. And now we had our Freaky Fast Jimmy John's recap. We had our post-game highlights brought to you by Bear Lake Memorial Hospital. Leading the charge was McKenna Stacy, a senior on senior night, and Brittany Lamborn as well, a junior. Let's get into our Western Ag Credit Roundup calendar. We got a lot going on in the world of Rich County. So tomorrow, big day. Volleyball team travels to Central Utah to the Richfield Tournament. They'll have their first game at 2 p.m. and the second game at 5 p.m. Rich Middle School Volleyball is home against Cokeville for a 9 a.m. start. So both Rich High School and Middle School in action tomorrow. As for Saturday, the ladies volleyball team is at Richfield for day 2 of the tournament. That'll get going at 8 a.m., then 11 a.m. Then there'll be a brief pause until the playoff game, which will either be at 3 or 4 o'clock. After that, we have anything else on Saturday? No. Rich Middle School has a volleyball tournament on Saturday. Yep, check that. And a football game against Pinedale at 10 a.m. I'm sure Rob Leifson, his son, will be playing in that one, so look forward to hearing about that. That's Saturday, October 10th. And then next Tuesday, October 13th, the Rich High School Cross Country is at Manila for a 10:30 a.m. run. And we got parent-teacher conferences. So if you're a student listening to this, this week, hopefully you are on your best behavior before your parents come in and talk to your teachers. Well, folks, I'm Matthew Peterson, for my producer, Alyssa McDaniels, and for my cameraman, Rob Leifson, signing off here from Rich High. Rebels take down the Manila Mustangs 3-0. Look forward to having you along for the next broadcast tomorrow afternoon. Until then, go Rebels.
You've been tuned in to Rich High School Rebel Volleyball on Rebel Radio, KADQ FM 98.3, with video online at mylocalradio.com. Today's match has been brought to you by these Rebel supporting businesses and individuals: Evanston Regional Hospital, Hoover Chiropractic, Cash Honda Yamaha in Cache Valley, the Come On Inn in Casper, Plains Tire, the Best Western Dunmar Inn and Legal Tender, Freeway Tire, Auto Farm Chevrolet, Bear Lake Convention and Visitors Bureau. The proceeding has been a wholly owned production of Old West Media, no portion of which may be used or rebroadcast without the express written consent of the aforementioned rights holder.